Coming up on Hashtag That, we are roaming the studio to update you on all things entertainment and how some students celebrated the holidays this past weekend.
And the Student Programming Board brought in a special performer seen on American Idol for an inspirational event. All that and more, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Thanks for watching. I'm Kayla Heavey.
And I'm Paige Meyer.
The Student Programming Board put on an event full of inspiration and music. Tonight in Buckman Theater, American Idol contestant David Francisco performed for KU students. He took to the stage to tell his story of how a car accident changed his life. In the return of American Idol, viewers saw Francisco's emotional story during his round 1 audition. He was in a car accident that left him paralyzed. He has regained mobility through intense rehab and is now able to walk again. He had shared that story with the audience and ended the event with a strong and enjoyable performance.
Quinnipiac's very own radio station, WQAQ, had a surprise in store for students in regards to their annual Spring Fest. Last Monday, March 26th, WQAQ announced that the Underachievers and Flipped an Arrow will be performing at Spring Fest 2018. Spring Fest is coming up fast. The event will take place on April 7th in Burt Kahn in the Rec Center. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. and lucky for you, QU students, it is free admission. And anyone who doesn't have a Q card can also attend with a little charge of $10. I am sure students are looking forward to the fest. Couldn't make it home for Easter and Passover festivities? Not a problem for the Bobcats. The Student Programming Board is always on top of their game, making sure every student feels a sense of home here at the Q, especially when one can't make it back for the holidays. A Minute to Win It game series was held Saturday night on main campus for students to attend, win prizes, have snacks, and appreciate this time of year. You never know what's going to be hot topic on Twitter. Between all the madness in March and the start of spring, Twitter was poppin' this weekend. Kyle Lavasser is here with this week's trending topics. What's been happening on social media, Kyle?
Thanks, guys. I'm Kyle Lavasser here to give you this week's trending topics. It was a busy, long weekend to start off April. Not only was there Passover and April Fool's Day, but there was also one of my favorite holidays of the year, Easter. Hashtag Easter was trending all day on Sunday. One of the biggest parts of Easter is, of course, candy. At Blackhawks107 says, Reese's eggs are by far the best Easter candy, but low-key, Twix eggs are pretty underrated. I gotta agree with the Reese's there. The popular Easter candy Peeps released a mystery assortment for the holidays. The Peeps are colored white and flavored root beer, lemonade, and blue raspberry. All right, let's transition from a celebrated holiday to a celebrated woman. Hashtag Sister Jean has been trending nonstop since the start of March Madness. Sister Jean is a super fan of underdogs Loyola Chicago, who has taken the nation by storm after upsetting Miami, Tennessee, Nevada, and Kansas State. Throughout the historic run, Sister Jean has become beloved on Twitter. The official March Madness Twitter account wrote, "The love between hashtag Sister Jean and the Loyola Chicago players is one of a kind." At Trish Oberhaus says, hashtag Sister Jean should become the patron saint of underdogs. Loyola Chicago had their season ended by Michigan in the Final Four on Saturday. Barstool president and Michigan fan, otherwise known as El Prez, Dave Portnoy, sparked controversy on Twitter during the game by tweeting, "Sister Jean just left early, hashtag fraud." Many people on Twitter have backlash at Portnoy for calling the 98-year-old nun a fraud. Finally, a fun hashtag to finish off trending topics is hashtag reasons to be a teacher. With all the snow days Quinnipiac has had this semester, it only seems appropriate. Dave Atkins' reason is because teachers have books with all the answers in the back. With finals coming up, I'd sure love that. And at our Jumper thinks all the free coffee in the teacher's lounge is worth teaching. Kayla and Paige, I've seen you guys wait outside Starbucks for what seems like forever. I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind getting some free coffee in the lounge. Back to you guys at the desk.
Free coffee would be so nice sometimes.
So good. We have a nice Starbucks up there, Dunkin' around the corner, always looking for good free coffee.
Literally. So when we come back, Matt Porton is here to keep up to date on the latest Hollywood news. So don't go anywhere.
Hello, and tonight on Sandwich News, we will determine what makes a good sandwich and a bad sandwich. First, the standard sandwich. uninspired, and frankly, a little gross. But we have here a Ray and Mike sandwich, the Cadillac of sandwiches. And if you want one, well,
come on down to Ray and Mike's at 3030 Whitney Ave, Hamden, Connecticut. Open every day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. QCash is accepted.
now that's a sandwich.
This is Sports Pause.
Are you concerned with the 0-2 start for this team?
Right here, top of the circle, again, rips it past the Jasper's goalie.
What will breaking the record mean for the program himself? I mean, 138 wins.
There's the tough shot. What a nice play by Mikey Dixon.
He's good in transition. Just a really dynamic scorer he can create for himself.
And now, Emma, it's time for the top 5 plays of the week.
Coming up on #that, we talk about some fun events around Quinnipiac's campus.
And we talk about some weird news that's been discussed around Twitter.
All that and more, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Welcome to the WQAQ Morning Show. Dan Ball and Emma Spagnolo joining you here from the QAQ studios in Hamden. And Emma, it is that time of year again.
Welcome back. I told you we were roaming the studio tonight. Yet another big breakup in Hollywood left fans shocked and most definitely left Kayla and I ready to step up for Channing Tatum. Matt Fortin is here with us with your Hollywood news update for the week. Matt, what do you got for us?
That's right, guys. Music fans were in for a surprise early this past Friday morning when The Weeknd released a surprise album. To be specific, My Dear Melancholy is an EP, which comes in at a brief 6 tracks. While short in quantity, My Dear Melancholy is not short on quality, bringing the R&B superstar's signature dark style to the forefront. Many are speculating that the EP is in response to the singer's breakup with fellow pop star Selena Gomez, particularly the first track, titled Call Out My Name. The lyrics read, quote, "We found each other, I helped you out of a broken place, you gave me comfort, but falling for you was my mistake." That certainly leaves a lot of room for interpretation. What are your thoughts? Was it about Selena, or is this just another heartache song?
See, I've read a lot of articles on this. I don't think it's about Selena.
Really?
I think every singer gets inspiration from their life. So it may be bits and pieces, but I did read an article, and I guess in one of his songs on the EP as well, it says that he would have helped save her life or something along those lines.
I saw something about that, like give her a piece of his kidney, right?
Yes, exactly. And then I read an article that Selena Gomez says that she didn't even feel comfortable taking it from one of her best friends. She absolutely would never ask.
An ex-boyfriend.
An ex-boyfriend and just a new boyfriend at the time.
Of course she would say that.
That's true, because, you don't want to say like, oh yeah, it's about me, but
yeah.
I feel like some of the songs had to be inspired from their breakup.
Because
like you said, it's just like life. It's very recent, so it's kind of what's on his mind, and it's going to inspire him in some way. I don't know if I would say the whole album, because you did say it's a very hard album, so I don't know directly if it was for her, but definitely a majority, maybe.
All right, cool. Yeah. Unknown.
Yeah, right?
True.
All right, guys, new details are surfacing about a really bizarre encounter between Beyonce and Sanaa Lathan. Lathan was reportedly attending a VIP party after a Jay-Z concert in December, when the Queen Bee herself inserted herself into a conversation between Jay-Z and Lathan. That's when the Love and Basketball star took what is being described as a bite from Beyonce's chin. Lathan is obviously denying these claims, but everyone is buzzing about just how ridiculous this whole story is. My question is, who thinks they're worthy to bite Beyonce, and what would you guys even do if you ran into her at a party?
If I ran into her, I would want to dance with her, for sure.
Yes.
I wouldn't bite her. That would not be on my mind at first.
Right.
Definitely dance with her. That is crazy that someone would even think it's okay to bite
Yeah.
Beyonce's chin. What would you want to touch that beautiful face for?
I know, that's like probably insured for one.
Yeah.
It's like Beyonce's face is probably worth billions.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
honestly, what goes through your mind? Like, oh, I'm hanging out with Beyonce, let's bite her.
Step one, bite her chin.
Right?
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. Unknown again. We were just like,
I have no
Yeah.
idea. The first thing I would do is like, oh, let's dance. Like,
Yeah,
let's put
exactly.
on one of your songs.
How did she
because-
even go about? Just did she jump for it? Did she like attack her from behind? Like, how
I
did that
honestly
even
though,
happen?
imagine just running into Beyonce. You like, who knows what?
Oh,
I don't
my
know
heart
what I
would be
would do.
pounding
I
on my
honestly
chest.
could not tell you. Like, maybe I would bite her. How are we to say? You know what I mean?
I
We've
don't
never
know
been
if
in that
I don't
position.
think I've never like bitten anyone.
That's
Like,
Have
I
you ever
couldn't
met
bite
Beyonce?
Beyonce. That would not.
I guess not.
I'd run up to her
Different
and probably take a
circumstance.
selfie.
Yeah, exactly. And if I was a party especially, I'd be like, oh, like, let's do, you know, her
Yeah. I
songs
wonder
are
what-
jams.
Yeah.
Put
her
one
songs
on,
are jams.
let's sing the entire thing karaoke style, and or we'd be
I wonder
like,
what
let's do
Jay-Z
the
did.
carpool.
He
Yeah,
was just
he
like
was
watching it
probably all
happen. Like,
confused.
did she just get bit? Like, should I intervene? Like, what is?
I wonder how
do
Beyonce
something?
is if you meet her. Maybe she is kind of standoffish and rude, and that's why that whole thing happened. You know?
Very well could be.
I mean, I don't think it's an excuse to bite her, but maybe she is kind of like a standoff, kind of rude person. I don't know.
I'm baffled. I'm truly
All right.
baffled.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to get her on the show one day, and
Oh,
we'll
definitely.
see. Yeah.
Guest
You can
star.
interview her and ask her.
Yeah. All right. Sounds
Perfect.
Good. All right, guys. We are closing with a little bit of heartache today. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan, who wed in 2009, are calling it quits after almost 9 years of marriage. The Hollywood power couple shared a message on social media on Monday detailing their mutual love but different lifestyles. The post said, quote, "There are no secrets nor salacious events at the root of our decision. Just two best friends realizing it's time to take some space and help each other live our lives the most joyously fulfilled as possible." The couple met on the set of Step Up in 2005 and have a 4-year-old daughter named Everly. What do you guys think of all this? Do you think Hollywood will ever learn how to love?
I don't know.
I don't
After
think
that
so.
breakup, I have no idea.
Yeah.
That was like the hope for Hollywood, was their cute, adorable relationship.
On their shoulders. yeah.
Exactly. And now I feel bad for they have a little girl, but like they said, they were two best friends. Maybe they just need a break from each other, and in a year or two they'll rekindle. But I mean, both of them are gorgeous. I don't think they'd have trouble finding another significant
Right.
other.
I know,
But
it's like Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like he's going to have no problem, especially,
Yeah.
but I'm just wondering if there's something else that they just don't want the public to know.
I feel like
You
there
don't-
has to be.
Yeah.
Because they even posted, they even posted a picture last month, a selfie together with face paint, like having so much fun.
Right.
So something, I feel like there's got to dig a little deeper. with
Only
this.
famous people say stuff like, "We are so happy and we're best friends, but we're getting divorced." Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like that's
that
not a
makes-
normal thing to say.
Right. So obviously something's the matter, but
Yeah.
you know what? If they can manage like co-parenting with their daughter,
Exactly, yeah.
that's like the most important thing to do, I guess.
And I thought it was kind of admirable how they did it. Like, at least they let their fans know. They said they're at a good place, but it's just not where they need to be right now to be happy with their daughter. So I think it was good that they sent out the tweet and the Instagram, and it went viral within minutes and seconds.
course.
I had 10 people sending me it, so clearly everyone really cared about
Yeah.
it.
No, exactly.
But
Yep.
yeah, so I think they did it the right way, but maybe with time they might get back together.
Yeah.
We can hope.
I know. I just want to say, if Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively,
Oh,
if
that'll be
they
the end of
are done,
Hollywood.
that's the end of
Yeah,
love.
that is it.
Like, that is the ultimate end of love. They are my favorite. They're hysterical on Twitter. They go like after each other, but
Yeah.
in like a
In a
cute,
funny way.
adorable way.
Yeah.
They are
Agreed.
goals. I love them. So if they're done, love is done. That's
All
all
right.
I'm
Well,
gonna
we'll
say.
have
Hopefully
to
they'll
pray.
hold it out for
Yeah,
Hollywood.
no, exactly. They're like the ultimate goals for me. So like, as long as they're still together, they're like, of
You're
course
still
this
together.
is
You
sad,
can
but
do that,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
I
still
think I'm
together.
okay
Yeah, you are
with it.
intact.
Exactly. I'll move on.
Okay.
I'll never forget, though, Channing Tatum's lip sync battle.
He did.
That was.
What did he do?
That went viral. Well, his
He did a few, didn't he?
No, he did one and he dressed as Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then his
that's
wife did
right.
the Magic Mike
That's
dance.
right.
Yes.
So funny.
Too good. Too
Legendary.
good.
I know.
Exactly.
Always remember.
Yeah, seriously. Well, speaking of love, if you love Nickelodeon shows, we've got some news for you.
And we even get to know a special guest who is here to perform on our show. Don't go anywhere.
Bobcat Breakdown, presented by the Quinnipiac Bobcats Sports Network.
We are your source for debate.
Did they make the playoffs last year, Tom Jenkins?
When it clicks, it clicks.
We dissect Quinnipiac athletics on a scale you've never seen before.
With Tobia, it almost looks like she's reaching a little bit.
Plus, we bring in the biggest names surrounding college sports.
We are live here at the Times Union Center with Jay Billis.
And of course, some comedy.
But you can only have so much arena food.
I think you're crazy.
Bobcat Breakdown, Tuesdays at 9:30.
Coming up on #that, we talk about some fun events around Quinnipiac's campus.
And we talk about some weird news that's been discussed around Twitter.
All that and more, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Hello, and tonight on Sandwich News, we will determine what makes a good sandwich and a bad sandwich. First, the standard sandwich. Uninspired, and frankly, a little gross. But we have here a Ray and Mike sandwich, the Cadillac of sandwiches. And if you want one, well,
come on down to Ray and Mike's at 3030 Whitney Ave, Hamden, Connecticut. Open every day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. QCash is accepted.
now that's a sandwich.
Nickelodeon has ended its partnership with Dan Schneider, the producer behind many beloved shows like iCarly, Zoey 101, and Drake and Josh. Alex Taglieri is here to tell us more.
Thanks, guys. Last week, Nickelodeon announced that it has cut ties with longtime producer Dan Schneider. Schneider served as a showrunner and writer for the network for 24 years before Nickelodeon announced that it will not be extending his current contract. Over the past 2 decades, Schneider and his production company, Schneider's Bakery, have created some iconic shows. Let's take a look back on some of the most notable ones they have cooked up. It all began with All That, which premiered in 1994. The show launched the careers of Amanda Bynes, Kenan Thompson, and Kel Mitchell, all who eventually starred in their own spin-offs. However, the sketch comedy show was not as well received by Quinnipiac students, receiving 0 votes in our poll. Personally, I was a little too young to enjoy All That in its prime, so I can understand why college students don't consider it a favorite. Next up is Drake and Josh, a sitcom starring 2 very different boys who become stepbrothers. The show premiered in 2004 and ran for 4 seasons. In addition, the boys starred in 2 films, Drake and Josh Go Hollywood and Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. I constantly hear people quoting the show today, so I was not surprised that 44% of students picked it as their favorite. While Drake and Josh was at its peak, Schneider's Bakery served up another show, Zoey 101. Jamie Lynn Spears starred in the sitcom about a group of teens studying at Pacific Coast Academy. From 2005 to 2008, Zoey 101 made an entire generation of viewers want to attend boarding school and wish they had a friend as loyal as Chase. Its success even helped bring Jamie Lynn Spears to Quinnipiac back in 2015, and fans loved the show so much that it received a 10th anniversary reunion episode that same year. Surprisingly, it only racked up 18% of the votes in our poll, but it had some tough competition, especially this next show, iCarly. Miranda Cosgrove made the jump from supporting character in Drake and Josh to leading lady, starring in the popular sitcom from 2007 to 2012. iCarly centers around a group of friends whose web show becomes an international sensation. Still waiting for that to happen to #that. It was my favorite Dan Schneider produced show by far, and 38% of students polled agree. Viewers could always look forward to special episodes like I Date a Bad Boy and I Fight Shelby Marks, as well as crossover episodes with another one of Schneider's Bakery Productions, Victorious. Now, it's impossible to cover everything that Schneider has worked on over his 24 years at Nickelodeon. The producer even still has one hit show, Henry Danger, running on the network now, so it will be interesting to see how Nickelodeon handles the show after Schneider's departure. No matter what, we will be sure to bring you the latest updates. That's all I have. Now back to Paige and Kayla at the desk.
It is kind of upsetting to hear the news. Yeah, he has been with Nickelodeon just for so many years.
It was our childhood.
Yeah, he was
Every
behind
show, yeah.
Victorious, iCarly, Drake and Josh, Zoey 101. Like, so many shows that we just grew up with.
Yeah, for sure. Legendary shows. I mean, a lot of the actors kind of were in similar shows too.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, our whole childhood was. What was your favorite?
Mine was Victorious.
Really?
I know that was, oh my gosh, I was obsessed with that show, and I know it was kind of like later into your childhood. Like,
The
I feel
start
like
of Ariana Grande, right?
Yeah, it definitely
crazy
did.
hair.
She definitely wasn't my favorite character in that show, but I loved it. I could watch that for hours. And honestly, you know when they like scroll through TV and there's like, you see the old Nickelodeon shows?
Oh, I would watch it. 100%.
Oh, I always stop. Oh yeah, and I'm just like, well, let's see what episode it is. Like, bring it back to the childhood, watch some
And you know every
Victorious.
song, every theme song, every little dance they did. You know it. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you
you
do.
still remember it. It's just like riding a bike. It just kind of comes back to you.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
What was your favorite?
My favorite had to be Drake and Josh. I remember I used to watch it every night, every morning when I woke up. It was always something new, something entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
I even still follow Josh's vlogs, but there was drama with their wedding. Josh didn't invite Drake to the wedding.
Oh yeah, so it was
How
like
can he
the
do
end
that?
of
They're
the world.
brothers for life.
Right? Like, what does hug me, brother mean? Like,
exactly.
Come
I was
on.
shocked to hear that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, maybe if it was a small wedding and it was like low
yeah,
key.
but it's Josh Peck. Like, he definitely didn't have a small wedding, I feel like.
That,
you know?
all right, that is valid.
Like, what's
That is
one
very
more
valid.
person gonna
Yeah,
That's
what?
how I
He
think.
doesn't even need a +1.
Yeah.
Like, just him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that did cause a lot of speculation
Twitter, yeah.
and are they still friends? Like, what went down
Exactly.
after Drake
On
and
his
Josh?
vlog channel, actually, they had an episode where Drake kind of surprised him, and then it was like, oh, we're fine again. So, but all these shows are so legendary. We're gonna remember them
forever.
Yeah, I wonder if Nickelodeon's gonna revamp, but
I know.
Dan was
Hopefully-
definitely gonna be remembered.
Hopefully it stays the same.
Yeah, exactly. Well, later in the show, we have a special guest performer. To get to know him a little better, Sam Morales and Meredith Fox got a closer look at a day in his life. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Nathan Facette, and I'm going to be on Hashtag That this week. I'm going to be answering your 50 questions.
Okay, so what's your hometown?
Bedford, Massachusetts.
Okay, and your eye color?
Blue.
Major?
Psychology.
Left-handed, right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Your favorite food?
Quesadillas.
Interesting.
Nice.
Favorite music genre?
I like all genres, but I'm going to have to go with rock, maybe.
Rock.
My favorite.
Solid. Favorite band?
Favorite band? I like Hozier a lot right now. He's got to be my favorite.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What posters did you have on your wall in high school?
I actually didn't have any posters on my wall in high school. And that's
Really?
kind of boring. I had very plain walls.
What color walls?
Blue.
Interesting.
Sky blue.
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? There's a place in my hometown called Flatbread Pizza, and they make the best pizza I've ever had. Flatbread Pizza.
Smooth or crunchy peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Ooh. Okay. Favorite TV show?
Lost. Always been Lost.
Okay. Favorite movie?
Mr. Nobody with Jared Leto.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Favorite actor?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite dessert?
Chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
Now that I'm going to ask chocolate or vanilla, I feel like I know the
Chocolate, yep. Chocolate.
answer. Favorite binge watching show?
Probably The 100. Once I start watching that, I can't stop.
Fruit or vegetables?
Fruit, obviously.
Yeah. Favorite sports team?
New England Patriots.
Favorite sport?
Football.
Favorite pickup line?
Sub.
Favorite animal?
Dogs. Definitely
Pets?
dogs.
No pets?
I do have a pet. I have a dog named Teddy.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Next one is going to be cats or dogs, so.
Obviously dogs.
Okay, cool. Favorite clothing brand?
Clothing brand. I like Bass a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite athlete?
Favorite athlete? Tom Brady. Probably could have guessed that.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do not have any tattoos, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting any.
Okay. Favorite instrument?
Guitar.
Do you prefer to go out or stay in?
Stay in, probably. I'd say stay in.
Go-to shower song?
Valerie.
Good
Yes,
song.
it is a good song.
Okay. Single or taken?
Single.
Okay.
That's been 50 Questions with me, Nathan Facette. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the show to check out my live performance. Be sure to watch Hashtag That Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. And if you like me, be sure to check me out on Instagram at nathan.facette.music.
When we come back, we have a special performance in store.
And our new friend Nathan will be sharing his talents with us. And trust me, you do not want to miss this. Stick around.
Hello, and tonight on Sandwich News, we will determine what makes a good sandwich and a bad sandwich. First, the standard sandwich. On Inspire and frankly, a little gross. But we have here a Ray and Mike sandwich, the Cadillac of sandwiches. And if you want one, well,
come on down to Ray and Mike's at 3030 Whitney Ave, Hamden, Connecticut. Open every day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. QCash is accepted.
Now that's a sandwich.
Bobcat Breakdown presented by the Quinnipiac Bobcats Sports Network.
We are your source for debate.
Did they make the playoffs last year, Tom Jenkins?
When it clicks, it clicks.
We dissect Quinnipiac athletics on a scale you've never seen before.
With Tobia, it almost looks like she's reaching a little bit.
Plus, we bring in the biggest names surrounding college sports.
We are live here at the Times Union Center with Jay Billis.
And of course, some comedy.
But you can only have so much arena food.
I think you're crazy.
Bobcat Breakdown.
Tuesdays at 9:30.
Small Talk Salon in Hamden specializes in men's and women's haircuts, color, extensions, and styling for all occasions. Small Talk Salon is located on Whitney Avenue, right off of the Route 40 connector in the Mount Carmel Plaza. Hours and appointments available at 203-821-7584 or online at smalltalksalon.com.
We are almost out of time, but before we leave, be sure to follow us on Facebook at Q30 Entertainment and Twitter at Q30 Entertain.
And catch this episode and many more on Q30TV.com. Here to perform, we have Nathan Fazette.
Yeah, let's take it away.
Let's hear it.
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. A song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. Our dreams, they are made out of real things, like a box of photographs and sepia tone lovings. Love is the answer, at least for most of the questions in my heart, like why are we here and where do we go and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy and sometimes that can be deceiving. Tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. I look at the stars and we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. All these moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight. Tomorrow night they'll gone. The things I have to do with all these moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Somewhere in between together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. Hey, now when I wake up, you look so pretty, sleeping next to me. Hey, now there's not enough time, there is no song I could sing, and there is no combination of words I could say, but I could still tell you one thing, we're better together.